Capital Knockout of 2021 event by Colton Dennis. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Capital Knockout. Tonight we have 5 great matches in store for you. The titles will be defended here tonight. First we have the Women's Champion Virus taking on Melody, said announce number 1. Yeah, and will tonight be Melody's night to become the champion? Or will Virus retain her title? Well, let's go to the ring and find out, said announcer number 2. Beldings. This match is scheduled for 1 fall and is for the ladies champion. Introducing the challenger, Melody, and her opponent, she is the ladies champion, Virus, said announcer number 3. Beldings. Both Melody and Virus lock up. Here we go with the first match of the night, said announcer number 2. Melody puts a headlock onto Virus. Virus bounces Melody off the ropes, pushes her, then shoulder blocks her. Melody rolls, then gets onto her knees. Come on, you want to fight with the ladies? Come on, said Virus. Melody stands up, then goes to lock up with Virus. Virus moves, then knees Melody in her stomach. Melody groans. Virus grabs Melody's hair, then throws her onto the mat. Hey, watch the hair, said referee number 1. Okay, said Virus, holding up her arms up. Melody slowly sits up. Virus kicks Melody in her back. Melody groans. Oh, that was a kick, said announcer number 2. Virus is really vicious tonight, said announcer number 1. Maybe because the title is on the line, said announcer number 2. Maybe, said announcer number 1. Virus covers Melody. 1, 2. Melody kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Virus picks up Melody, bounces her off the ropes, then dropkicks her. What an executed dropkick by Virus, said announce number 2. Virus covers Melody. 1, 2. Melody kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Count. Don't you know how to count? Asked Virus. Grabbing Melody's head, walks towards the corner, then goes to bounce Melody's head off the turn. Buckle. Melody stops, punches Virus in her stomach, grabs her head, then bounces her head off the turnbuckle. Virus groans, then walks towards a different corner. Melody approaches, starts kicking. Virus then whips her. Virus reverses it, then whips Melody, goes into the opposite corner. Melody goes hard into the corner, then falls onto the mat. Virus smiles, crawls towards Melody, then covers her. 1, 2. Melody kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Count, you idiot, said Virus, picking Melody up, grabs her arm, then does a short clothesline. Melody groans. Virus, smiling, picks up Melody again, then goes for another short clothesline. Melody ducks, wraps Virus's arms, then does a backslide onto her. 1, 2. Virus kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Melody stands up, then turns around. Virus clotheslines Melody. Do you really think you could beat me? You can't beat me. You're just a little girl. I'm a real lady. You don't have what it takes to be champion, said Virus. Picking up Melody, then lifts her onto her shoulders. Melody, squirming, falls off Virus's shoulders, then walks backwards into the corner. Virus runs at Melody. Melody kicks Virus in her face. Virus, groaning, then turns around. Melody jumps onto the second rope, grabs Virus's head, then does a tornado DDT. Oh, and Quat, sweet Melody, and Quat connects, said announce number 2. Can she get the cover, though? Asked announcer number 1. Melody covers Virus. 1, 2. Virus barely kicks out. 2, said Referee number 1. "Oh, Melody was that close," said announcer number 2. "Yeah, but Virus is still in this match," said announcer number 1. "Melody goes through the middle ropes then climbs up the turnbuckle. What does Melody think she's doing?" asked announcer number 2. "I don't know," said announcer number 1. "Melody goes for a crossbody. Virus moves out of the way. Melody lands onto the mat, then groans. Virus kneeling next to the ropes, smiles, stands up then starts stomping her right leg. Melody stands up, then turns around. Virus jumps then kicks Melody in the side of her head. Melody falls onto the mat, then groans. Virus, smiling, slowly crawls towards Melody then covers her. 1, 2. Melody barely kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. "What? Are you kidding me? That was a 3 count. Come on, count," said Virus. Melody is slowly moving. Virus grabs Melody, picks her up. Melody collapses onto the mat. "Melody looks like she is out of it," said announcer number 2. "I don't see this match lasting much longer," said announcer number 1. "Me either," said announcer number 2. Virus picks up Melody, lifts her onto her shoulders then does a flapjack. Melody laying still. "Well, Virus just did her finisher, and quat, Virus. Alert, and quat. But she ain't going for the cover," said announcer number 1. "That's a bad decision, Virus," said announcer number 2. Virus looks at the corner, picks up Melody, drags her to the corner, jumps onto the second rope then smiles. "Sweet Melody, coming up," said Virus jumping. Melody throws Virus. Virus lands face first onto the mat, groans, slowly stands up, sees Melody in the corner then runs at her. Melody moves out of the way. Virus goes into post, groans then falls onto the mat. Melody, leaning against the ropes, walks over, jumps onto the second rope, grabs Virus's head then leaps off. Virus throws Melody. Melody lands onto her feet then runs into the corner. Virus runs at Melody. Melody kicks Virus into her face then jumps onto the second rope again. Virus turns around. Melody jumps at Virus then does a DDT. Virus gets planted into the mat. Melody covers Virus. 1, 2, 3. "Ring the bell," said referee number 1. "Bell dings. Here's your winner and the new ladies' champion, Melody," said announcer number 3. Referee number 1 walks towards Melody then hands her the title. Melody grabs the title then starts crying. "Oh my God," said Melody holding the title to her chest. "Well, congratulations to Melody for becoming ladies champion," said announcer number 1. "She really deserves it, especially after how she fought," said announcer number 2. "Yeah, now we move on to the next match. The tag champions. The fabulous Freebirds will take on Rocket and the Martyr," said announcer number 1. "This is gonna be good," said announcer number 2. "Bell dings. This match is scheduled for 1 fall and is for the tag team championship. Introducing the challengers, Rocket and the Martyr, and their opponents. They are the tag team champions, Diablo and Jericho, the fabulous Freebirds," said announcer number 3. "Bell dings. Both Jericho and Rocket lock up. Rocket puts a headlock onto Jericho. Jericho bounces Rocket off the ropes, pushes him then dropkicks him. Rocket rolls towards the corner. Jericho smiling. Rocket nods his head then stands up. Both Jericho and Rocket lock up again. Jericho puts a headlock onto Rocket. Rocket bounces Jericho off the ropes, pushes him then does a dropkick himself. Jericho rolls. looks at Rocket, then smiles. "Do you want to play, huh?" asked Jericho, holding his mouth, then standing up. Both Jericho and Rocket lock up again. Jericho puts a headlock onto Rocket. Rocket slowly breaks free, grabs Jericho's arm, then twists it. Jericho, groaning. Rocket hits Jericho's arm, walks toward the corner, then tags the martyr. The martyr gets into the ring, then kicks Jericho's arm. Jericho, groaning. The martyr chops Jericho's chest. Jericho, groaning. The martyr bounces Jericho off the ropes, then goes for a dropkick. Jericho holds onto ropes. The martyr lands onto his stomach, then groans. Jericho tags Diablo's left hand. Diablo jumps up, then does a springboard clothesline onto the martyr. The martyr groans, then gets covered. 1, 2. The martyr kicks out. 2. Diablo picks up the martyr, whips him into the corner, then runs at him. The martyr kicks Diablo in his face, clotheslines him a few times, lifts, slams him onto the mat, then tags Rocket. Rocket climbs up the turnbuckle. Diablo stands up, then turns around. Rocket does a crossbody onto Diablo, then covers him. 1, 2. Diablo kicks out. 2. Said referee. Number 2. I know you don't like the fabulous Freebirds, but you need to agree. They're good fighters, said announcer number 2. I will agree on that, said announcer number 1. Rocket whips Diablo into the corner, then runs at him. Diablo lifts Rocket over top rope. Rocket lands onto the ledge of the ring, punches Diablo, climbs up the turnbuckle, then goes for another crossbody. Diablo moves. Rocket lands onto the mat, then groans. Diablo waving his arm up. Rocket turns around. Diablo goes for a superkick. Rocket ducks, runs, jumps, then does a springboard crossbody onto Diablo. Come on, Diablo, said Jericho. Rocket picks up Diablo, sets him up for a powerbomb, then lifts him up. Diablo punches Rocket's head, then does a hurricanrana. Rocket turns around. Diablo dropkicks Rocket. Rocket goes through the middle ropes. The martyr goes to clothesline Diablo. Diablo ducks, then dropkicks the martyr. The martyr goes through the middle ropes. Diablo tags in Jericho. Both Diablo and Jericho, looking at both Rocket and the martyr, bounce off ropes, then do a double suicide dive onto both of them. Diablo holding his shoulder. Are you all right? Asked Jericho. Diablo nods his head. Jericho grabs Rocket, throws him into the ring, then looks at Diablo. Rocket stands up, bounces off ropes, jumps over top rope, then lands onto Jericho. Oh my God, said announcer number 2. That was amazing, said announcer number 1. Rocket grabs Jericho, throws him into the ring, then slaps the martyr. The martyr slides into the ring. Rocket continuously kicking Diablo. The martyr grabs Jericho, then does a tiger bomb. Rocket climbs up the turnbuckle, jumps off, does a headbutt to Jericho, groans, then holds his head. The martyr grabs Rocket's arm, drags him onto Jericho, then goes onto the ledge of the ring. 1, 2. Diablo lands onto Rocket. 2. Said referee number 2. The martyr looks, sees Diablo, then goes through ropes. Diablo superkicks the martyr. The martyr goes through the middle ropes, then lands on the outside of the ring. Rocket stands up, kicks Diablo in his stomach, then throws him through the middle ropes. Jericho appears laying still. Rocket goes through the middle ropes, climbs up the turnbuckle, then jumps off. Jericho moves. Rocket hits his head off the mat. Diablo slides into the ring. Rocket turns around. Both Diablo and Jericho double superkick Rocket. And Quat, the fabulous superkicks, and Quat, said announcer number 2. Jericho covers Rocket. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell, said referee number 2. Bell dings. Here's your winners and still the tag team champions. Diablo and Jericho, the fabulous Freebirds, said announcer number 3. Both Diablo and Jericho hug each other. Well, what did you think of that match? Asked announcer number 2. Well, I have to give them credit. The fabulous Freebirds continue showing me their champion material. Well, folks, we now turn to another great match. We have the Gorilla taking on Hellfire. And this is beginning to become a new rivalry. Especially since the Gorilla cost a mixed tag match for Hellfire, said announcer number 1. That's right. But I think Hellfire will get his revenge tonight, said announcer number 3. Bell dings. This match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing the competitors. First, Hellfire. And his opponent, the Gorilla, said announcer number 3. Bell dings. Both Hellfire and the Gorilla are staring at each other. The Gorilla punches Hellfire. Hellfire holds his face, looks at the Gorilla, then punches him. The Gorilla looks at Hellfire. Both Hellfire and the Gorilla start punching each other. The Gorilla goes to punch Hellfire. Hellfire duck then does a throat thrust onto the Gorilla. A few times, the Gorilla walking towards the corner, turns around then is punched in his sides a few times. I've never seen Hellfire punch someone's sides before, said announcer number 2. Well, he's dealing with someone as big as he is. So, it's understandable, said announcer number 1. Hellfire does another throat thrust onto the Gorilla. The Gorilla groaning. Hellfire walking away then runs at the Gorilla. The Gorilla does a back elbow onto Hellfire. Hellfire walks away then turns around. The Gorilla lifts Hellfire then slams him onto the mat. Hellfire groans. How many people have you seen lift Hellfire? Asked announcer number 2. Not many, said announcer number 1. The Gorilla grabs Hellfire's head then bounces his head off the turnbuckle. Hellfire groans then holds his head. The Gorilla punching Hellfire's sides. Talk about karma, said announcer number 2. Yeah, now the Gorilla's picking up a head of steam, said announcer number 1. The Gorilla does a corner body splash onto Hellfire. Hellfire falls onto the mat. The Gorilla covers Hellfire. 1, 2. Hellfire kicks out. 2, said referee number 3. The Gorilla stands up, grabs Hellfire's head, lifts then slams him onto the mat. Hellfire groans then lays still. The Gorilla bounces off ropes then jumps then goes for a body splash. Hellfire moves. The Gorilla lands face first onto the mat then groans. Hellfire stands up, punches the Gorilla a few times, bounces off ropes then clotheslines him. The Gorilla falls onto the mat, groans then rolls outside of the ring. Hellfire looks, goes through the middle ropes then follows the Gorilla. The Gorilla turns around then gets a throat thrust onto him. Hellfire grabs the Gorilla's head then bounces it off the announce table. They're right in front of us. This is really dangerous, said announcer number 1. It really is, said announcer number 2. Hellfire throws the Gorilla into the ring then slides inside. The Gorilla punches Hellfire. Hellfire groans, walls away, turns around then does another throat thrust onto the Gorilla. The Gorilla walking away then goes into the corner. Hellfire continuously punching the Gorilla. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, come on, said referee number 3. Hellfire looks at referee number 3 then turns around. The gorilla head butts Hellfire. Hellfire does a throat thrust onto the gorilla. The gorilla falls back into the corner. Hellfire, continuously punching the gorilla again, walks away, runs full speed, then does a corner body splash onto him. The gorilla staggers out of the corner. Hellfire boots the gorilla. What a boot by Hellfire, said announcer number 1. The gorilla falls onto the mat. Hellfire covers the gorilla. 1, 2. The gorilla kicks out. 2, said referee number 3. Hellfire goes through the middle ropes, then climbs up the turnbuckle. The gorilla slowly stands up, then turns around. Hellfire jumps off the top turnbuckle, does a flying clothesline onto the gorilla, stands up, then holds up his right hand up. The gorilla slowly stands up, then turns. Hellfire grabs the gorilla by his throat. Can he lift the gorilla? Asked announcer number 2. The gorilla elbows Hellfire. Hellfire lets go of the gorilla, then bounces off ropes. The gorilla does a Samoan drop onto Hellfire. Hellfire groans. Both Hellfire and the gorilla laying on the mat, then start moving. Hellfire stands up, then turns around. The gorilla lifts up Hellfire onto his right shoulder. Hellfire, squirming, lands onto his feet behind the gorilla, turns him around, then grabs his throat. The gorilla continuously elbows Hellfire's head. Again, Hellfire lets go of the gorilla. The gorilla bounces off ropes. Hellfire boots the gorilla. The gorilla staggering. Hellfire boots the gorilla again. The gorilla goes through the middle ropes, then lands outside the ring. Hellfire walks towards ropes, then goes to grab the gorilla. The gorilla pulls Hellfire's leg through bottom ropes, then pulls him outside of the ring. Both Hellfire and the gorilla are continuously punching each other outside of the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4. Both Hellfire and the gorilla are fighting up the ramp. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ring the bell, said referee number 3. Bell dings. Ladies and gentlemen, both men have been counted out. So, this match is a draw, said announcer number 3. Well, there might not be no winner, but they're still fighting, said announcer number 2. Yeah, they are, and here come the other superstars to try and break them up, said announcer number 1. The superstars are slowly breaking up both Hellfire and the gorilla. Well, how about that, said announcer number 2. Yeah, well, up next, ladies and gentlemen, the mixed tag team titles are in the line. The Jackal and Phobia defend their titles against the Hood and Twinkle, said announcer number 1. I don't know who I hate more, Jackal or the Hood, said announcer number 2. Bell dings. This match is scheduled for one fall and is for the Mixed Gender Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, the Hood and Twinkle, and their opponents. They are the Mixed Gender Tag Team Championships, Phobia and the Jackal, said announce number 3. Both the Hood and the Jackal are staring at each other. The Hood smiles, then starts to go through the middle ropes. The Jackal starts to go through the middle ropes on the opposite side of the ring. The Hood runs, then knees the Jackal in the right side of his head. The Jackal falls through the middle ropes. The Hood goes through the middle ropes, grabs the Jackal, then throws him into the barricade. Oh man, I don't think Jackal saw that coming, said announce number 1. I might not like him, but no one deserves this, said announcer number 2. The Jackal slowly stands up. The Hood dropkicks the Jackal. The Jackal goes into barricade hard. The Hood looks at Phobia, then slides into the ring. Phobia walking backwards. Twinkle attacks Phobia, then continuously kicks her. The Hood smiling. Come on, get out of the ring, said referee number 4. The Hood punches referee number 4. Referee number 4 falls onto the mat. What kind of man is he? Asked announcer number 2. Not a good one, said announcer number 1. The Hood picks up Phobia then lifts her into his shoulders. The Jackal slides into the ring then swings a steel chair. The steel chair hits the Hood's back. The Hood drops Phobia. The Jackal swings the steel chair again. The Hood rolls out of the ring. The Jackal looks at Twinkle. Twinkle rolls out of the ring, then runs up the ramp. The Jackal looks at the Hood, slowly goes through the middle ropes, then swings the steel chair again. The Hood ducks, then runs up the ramp. The Jackal staring at the Hood. Well, this match never even started. I'm guessing the Jackal and Phobia keep their titles. And the Hood disqualified himself, said announcer number 1. It's just so agitating, said announcer number 2. Well, now we move on to another match here tonight. Mr. Indestructible and the Mountain will take on Hazard and Prince Punk. Up next, said announcer number 1. I can't wait. Hopefully Hazard gets his revenge again, said announcer number 2. Beldings. This match is scheduled for one fall and is a tag team match. Introducing the competitors, Mr. Indestructible and the Mountain, and their opponents Hazard and Prince Punk, said announcer number 3. Beldings. Both Mr. Indestructible and Prince Punk lock up. Mr. Indestructible throws Prince Punk into ropes. Come on, baby. Let's see if you can hang with me, said Mr. Indestructible. Prince Punk runs at Mr. Indestructible. Mr. Indestructible goes to punch Prince Punk. Prince Punk ducks, bounces off ropes, jumps, then does a diving elbow onto Mr. Indestructible. Mr. Indestructible rolls out of the ring, then looks at Prince Punk. Come on, let's see if you can hang with me, pal, said Prince Punk. Mr. Indestructible nods his head, walks up the steel stairs, then goes through the middle ropes. Nice job. Really nice. Let's test your strength, said Mr. Indestructible, raising his hand. Prince Punk goes to grab Mr. Indestructible's hand. Mr. Indestructible kicks Prince Punk's stomach, hits his back a few times, drags him to the corner, then bounces his head off the turnbuckle. The Mountain tags himself in, gets into the ring, then slaps Prince Punk's chest. Prince Punk falls onto the mat. The Mountain picks Prince Punk up, pushes his head back, then slaps his chest again. Prince Punk falls to the mat again. Man, you could hear that in the rafters, said announcer number 2. You definitely could. Man, the Mountain has a strong slap, said announcer number 1. Prince Punk appears in the corner. The Mountain wraps his arms around Prince Punk, then throws him across the ring. Come on, Punk. Over here, said Hazard. The Mountain walks towards Prince Punk, then grabs his hair. Hazard looking at the Mountain. The Mountain leans Prince Punk against ropes, looks at Hazard, then slaps Prince Punk's chest again. Prince Punk falls onto the mat. The Mountain raises his arms, then tags Mr. Indestructible. Mr. Indestructible continuously knees Prince Punk in his back, stops, then turns towards Hazard. You chose him as your partner. Man, you are stupid. You can't beat us. We're the global champions, said Mr. Indestructible, smiling, then turns around. Prince Punk jumps, then kicks Mr. Indestructible in the left side of his head. Mr. Indestructible falls onto the mat. Come on, Punk. Come on, said Hazard. Can Prince Punk make it to Hazard? Asked announcer number 1. Hopefully, so Hazard could at least get his hands on one of them, said announcer number 2. Prince Punk tags Hazard's right hand. Hazard gets into the ring, clotheslines Mr. Indestructible a few times, runs towards the Mountain, punches him, bounces Mr. Indestructible off the ropes, then does a back body drop onto him. Mr. Indestructible lands onto the mat, then groans. The Mountain goes over top ropes, then goes to punch Hazard. Hazard ducks, then continuously punches. The Mountain bounces off ropes, then shoulder tackles him. The Mountain goes through the middle ropes, then lands outside of the ring. Prince Punk waves his hand. Hazard tags Price Punk's left hand. Prince Punk climbs up the turnbuckle. Both Mr. Indestructible and the Mountain turns around. Prince Punk jumps off the top turnbuckle, then does a crossbody onto both Mr. Indestructible and the Mountain. Hazard rolls outside the ring, sees the Mountain laying on the floor, runs, then does a senton bomb onto him. Crowd cheering. Prince Punk grabs Mr. Indestructible's head, picks him up, then throws him into the ring. Mr. Indestructible, rolling, goes towards the corner, holds out his left arm, then doesn't see the Mountain. Prince Punk runs, then does a corner dropkick onto Mr. Indestructible. Mr. Indestructible falls onto the mat. Prince Punk covers Mr. Indestructible. 1, 2. Mr. Indestructible kicks out. 2. Said referee number 5. Prince Punk drags Mr. Indestructible towards the corner, then tags Hazard's right hand. Hazard gets into the ring, runs, bounces off ropes, then does a corner body splash onto Mr. Indestructible. Mr. Indestructible falls onto the mat, rolls, then stops. Hazard smiles, runs, bounces off ropes, then does a senton bomb onto Mr. Indestructible. "Oh, that's gotta hurt," said announcer number 2. Hazard covers Mr. Indestructible. 1, 2. The Mountain pulls Hazard's leg. 2. Said referee number 4. Prince Punk looks at the Mountain, goes onto the ledge of the ring, then jumps onto him. Hazard looks at Mr. Indestructible. Mr. Indestructible appears in the corner. Hazard runs at Mr. Indestructible. Mr. Indestructible moves. Hazard goes into the ring post hard. Mr. Indestructible looks at Hazard, then sees Prince Punk. Prince Punk looks, then sees Mr. Indestructible running, then hits him. Mr. Indestructible falls onto the mat. Prince Punk grabs Mr. Indestructible, picks him up, then holds him. "Hazard," said Prince Punk. Hazard looks up, sees Prince Punk holding Mr. Indestructible, then runs. Mr. Indestructible boots Hazard, then back elbows Prince Punk. Hazard runs at Mr. Indestructible again. Mr. Indestructible ducks. Hazard stops, then almost hits Prince Punk. Mr. Indestructible pushes Hazard into Prince Punk. Prince Punk swaying. The Mountain grabs Prince Punk by his throat, lifts, then chokeslams him onto the floor. Hazard stares at the Mountain. Mr. Indestructible rolls Hazard up, then grabs his tights. 1, 2, 3. "Ring the bell," said referee number 5. Mr. Indestructible rolls out of the ring, then hugs the Mountain. Bell dings. "Here's your winners, Mr. Indestructible and the Mountain," said announcer number 3. Hazard continuously stares at both Mr. Indestructible and the Mountain. "Twice. We beat you twice," said Mr. Indestructible. Hazard rolls out of the ring, then kneels next to Prince Punk. Prince Punk groaning, then looks at Hazard. Hazard pats Prince Punk's arm. "It's all right," said Hazard, looking at both Mr. Indestructible and the Mountain. "Well, another win for Mr. Indestructible and the Mountain," said announce number 1. "Hazard just can't get a win over them since he lost the title," said announcer number 2. "Well, speaking of the global title, that match is next. Clobber versus Bullet," said announcer number 1. I really hope we have a new champion, said announcer. Number 2. Bell dings. This match is scheduled for one fall and is for the Global Championship. Introducing the challenger, Bullet, and his opponent, he is the Global Champion, Clobber, said announcer number 3. Bell dings. And here we go. The main event, said announcer number 1. Bullet is staring at Clobber. Both Bullet and Clobber lock up. Clobber throws Bullet across the ring. Bullet looks at Clobber. Come on, pal. This is your chance. Come on. I'll make you famous, kid, said Clobber waving at Bullet. Bullet stands up, then kicks the side of Clobber's legs. Clobber goes to punch Bullet. Bullet duck, jumps up, then knees Clobber in his face. Clobber staggers, then turns around. Bullet drop kicks Clobber. Clobber goes through middle ropes, lands onto the floor, stands up, then bangs his arms against the announce table. Bullet bounces off ropes. Clobber moves. Bullet stops. Clobber grabs the title, then shakes his head. Bullet, watching Clobber walking, runs up the turnbuckle, then jumps onto Clobber. Clobber groaning. Bullet smiling, then raises his arm. Crowd cheering. Bullet grabs Clobber, then throws him into the ring. Clobber rolling, stands up, then hits Bullet with the title. Ring the bell, said referee number 6. Bell dings. Here's your winner by disqualification, Bullet. But still your global champion, Clobber, said announcer number 3. That's right. Titles don't change by disqualification, said announcer number 2. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait just a minute. James Dennis appears on the stage. Clobber, I know that you're the champion, and you think you make the rules. I make the rules. And right now, this match will restart. And this time, Clobber, if you get disqualified, you'll lose the championship, said James, walking away. What? What? He's kidding, right? Asked Clobber, looking. Sees Bullet standing up, then swings the title again. Bullet ducks, then drop kicks Clobber. Clobber falls onto the mat, then rolls outside of the ring. Bell dings. Come on, get in here, said referee number 6. Clobber walks up the steel stairs, puts his leg through the middle rope, shakes his head, then jumps off the ledge of the ring. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ring the bell, said referee number 6. Bell dings. Here's your winner by count out, Bullet, said announcer number 3. Wait. Hold up. James walks onto the stage again. Clobber, you're not that clever, man. This is what we're gonna do, since you like being outside the ring. Just to make this a fair fight, you'll defend that title right now. And just to make sure you don't escape, we're making this a lumberjack match. Come on out, fellas, said James. The superstars are walking down the ramp, then towards the ring. Clobber slides into the ring. This ain't fair. I'm still the champion, said Clobber. Wait, what's that? You also want a special guest referee? All right, come on out, said James. Hazard walks out wearing a referee shirt, then slides into the ring. Ring the bell, said Hazard. Bell dings. Clobber walks towards the ropes, then looks around. This ain't fair. I already fought, said Clobber. Bullet runs, then drop kicks Clobber into the corner. Clobber falls to the mat, then rolls outside of the ring. The superstars are grabbing Clobber, then throwing him back into the ring. Bullet waving at Clobber. Clobber slowly stands up, then turns. Bullet does a step-up enziguri onto Clobber. Clobber falls onto the mat. Bullet covers Clobber. 1, 2. Clobber kicks out. 2, said Hazard. Bullet picks up Clobber. Clobber pushes Bullet. Bullet bounces off ropes. Clobber picks up Bullet. Bullet reverses it, then does a DDT. Clobber rolling outside of the ring. The superstars grab Clobber, then throw him back into the ring. Stop that, said Clobber, turning around. Bullet kicking the sides of Clobber's legs, then bounces off ropes. Clobber shoulder blocks Bullet, leans against ropes, then looks at him. Bullet slowly stands up, then turns around. Clobber boots Bullet. Bullet falls onto the mat. Clobber hovers over Bullet, then continuously punches him. 1, 2, 3, said Hazard. Clobber stops, stands up, then looks at Hazard. You planned this, didn't you? Just because you can't beat me, you planned this whole thing, said Clobber. Bullet runs at Clobber. Clobber moves. Bullet drop kicks Hazard into the corner. Clobber runs, bounces off ropes, then clotheslines Bullet hard. Bullet laying motionless on the mat. Clobber covers Bullet, then looks at Hazard laying in the corner. Hey, over here. Come on, said Clobber. Hazard is slowly moving. 1, 2. Bullet kicks. Out. 2, said Hazard. Clobber starts punching Hazard. Hazard groaning. Get up, you bastard, said Clobber. Hazard slowly stands up. Clobber runs, bounces off ropes, then clotheslines Hazard hard. Hazard rolls outside of the ring. Clobber smiling, stands up, then turns around. Bullet low blows Clobber. Clobber groans, then falls to his knees. Both Diablo and Jericho slide into the ring, then do a double superkick onto Clobber. All three are high-fiving each other. Rhino slides into the ring, jumps onto the second rope, leaps off, then does a leg drop onto Clobber. Mr. Indestructible and the Mountain are running down the ramp. Both Diablo and Jericho bounce off ropes, then do a double suicide dive onto both Mr. Indestructible and the Mountain. The superstars start attacking each other. Clobber appears laying in the middle of the ring. Bullet looks at Clobber, runs, jumps, does a springboard moonsault onto him, then hooks his left leg. 1, 2, 3. Chanted the crowd. The Anaconda slides into the ring, then puts a sleeper hold onto Bullet. Bullet struggling, then collapses onto the mat. The Anaconda smiling. The lights are flickering, then turn off. People screaming. The lights turn back on. Wicked appears staring at the Anaconda. The Anaconda hisses. Wicked spits a black mist into the Anaconda's eyes. The Anaconda lets go of Bullet, then rolls outside of the ring. Wicked stands up. Mr. Indestructible appears behind Wicked, puts him into full Nelson, lifts, then slams him onto the mat. Wicked rolls outside of the ring. Mr. Indestructible picks up Bullet. This is what you wanted, kid, said Mr. Indestructible. Hazard appears behind Mr. Indestructible, then hits him with a steel chair. Mr. Indestructible groans, turns around, then gets hit in his head with the steel chair. The Mountain appears on the ledge of the ring. Hazard swings the steel chair. The steel chair hits the Mountain in his head. Hazard turns towards Clobber. Clobber turns around, then sees Hazard holding the steel chair. Hey, that's illegal. You can't use that, said Clobber. Hazard drops the steel chair outside of the ring. Clobber smiles. Bullet rolls up Clobber. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell, said Hazard. Bell dings. Here's your winner and the new global champion. Bullet, said announcer number 3. Clobber rolls outside of the ring, then starts yelling. Hazard, holding the title, looks at Bullet, then hands it to him. Bullet grabs title, then raises it. Crowd cheering. Clobber banging his hands against the announce table. Damn it, said Clobber. Well, that wraps up another night of wrestling, where new champions emerged. said announcer number 1. Yeah, and we have a new global champion. Sorry, Clobber, said announcer number 2. Yes, and we thank you for watching. So until next time, be safe out there, everyone. Good night, said announcer number 1. Bye-bye, said announcer number 2, waving. Crowd cheering. The end.